Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another noon Saturday edition of this disaster that I put out on the internet seemingly weekly. Oh, I honestly would still be in bed right now. It's rainy out. I lost all my parlay bets last night on FanDuel. Fucking people can't hit three-pointers, I swear to God. But I'm here. I said I'd be here, and damn it, I'm here. So we got a couple of things we're going to discuss today, and unfortunately today I do not have a guest this week. I didn't have time to mess with the whole Zoom Skype thing. I will tomorrow. So we're going to take some callers. At least we'll try to towards the end of the show and see how that goes. But let's open up with something I came across yesterday that I thought was pretty darn interesting. Now, where's my little thing here? There we go. Now, we all love kitty moos. We love kitties. Cats are such a great pet. They're affectionate. They're playful. They don't really require a lot of maintenance per se. Yeah, you got to do the litter box, and obviously, you feed them. And if you have a cat like a Maine Coon or something like that, that you've got to, brush out, whatever. But that's a house cat, which is usually maybe a big, not crazy. Well, we came across something yesterday that was very, very interesting. And it is this guy here. This is a puma. A rather large kitty cat. Now, look, we've seen this before. We've seen people domesticate all kinds of weird animals. I've seen people have little horses in their house, pigs. Now, I'm not one to talk. I have a lot of animals in my house. We love pets. I got guinea pigs. I got a bunny. I've got doggies. I've got kitties. I got a bird. We don't have the fish anymore. But this particular one, I want you to check this out here. Wow. All right, let's start just by what you just heard. If you're approaching someone's house and you hear that inside, are you going to go in this front door? At least with not that massive protection on? I don't know. But oh, look at this. Look at this kitty. Now, okay, let's look at it right here. The size of the kitty in relation to the size of the couch. That's a big cat. That cat, if it's in a bad mood, it's going to fuck you up. But, okay, this guy's domesticated a puma. Oh, nudge. I love coming home to chance my little kitty. And you walk up to him, you stick your face out like this, and he goes, just gives you that nudge. That's kitty love. This guy's just chill. Like that, reading his book. Looks like Evan Fournier. Look at the size of that cat. That's a big kitty. Now, I'm amazed also. Now, look, pause a second. Cats are well known for scratching things. You got to have scratching posts when you have kitties. They'll rip up your rug. They've done to me multiple times. But we have a whole bunch of tall cat trees and stuff like that they'll claw because it releases something when they stick their claws into something and some endorphin or something. This guy's couch is perfect. Not a nick on it. But look at this. I just can't. Look at it. He's playing with his paws. This cat is he's like a rug. He is just chill. My God. Let's forward a little bit here. Let's see. Oh, what we got here. Kitty walking through the house. Look at me just chill. Look, they got cats on the wall. I mean, he barely fits through the door. That is a big cat. Obviously, he's had him since he's a baby infant, what have you.
Зачесался и...
Чесался и съехал. Лапы сухие.
Obviously, they're not American.
Он сделал вид, что так и планировал.
Look at the...
Чё, красавчик, пойдем спать.
Can you imagine laying in bed?
Он-
What the hell is that guy reading? I see. It's maybe this is Russian. Maybe I don't know. But
Чистюля наш. Только мыться нужно до кровати, умываться, а не в кровати.
okay, yeah, they're Russian or some kind of oddity. Let me open up my comments over here so I can actually see if anybody is discussing this.
У Саши такой невозмутимый.
Ah, Mikey checking in.
Просто все
What is going on, Mikey? Look at the paw. Wait a minute. Hold it. That paw is as big as my fist. Wow. I mean, those Russians, man, they are weird. That's a big cat asshole to lick. I don't know. My mind is just blown by this. I saw this and I was like, what the fuck? There's a portion here of said, oh, look at this.
Наконец-то.
Oh my god, look at that.
Так мог.
Okay. It's adorable. I do have to admit. Look at the size. That cat takes up half the bed.
Лучше спать.
I wonder if he purrs.
Вечер в семье Дмитриевых.
Кровать маловато. Нога не умещается.
The chick's enjoying it, obviously. She's getting a big kick out of it because she's got nowhere to sleep. It is cute. That thing is so big. Look at this shit. I mean, it's not,
Лучше спать.
you know, how cats need. Oh, look at this. He's going to cuddle the puma. Oh, he thought about it.
Лапами всегда так упирается.
Dude, that guy looks so much like Evan Fournier. It's spooky. Look at this. He's just chilling. He's reading his Russian book.
Ты спать?
Cat's going to give him a back rub.
Ну вот это и означает выражение спать нос к носу.
Shit.
Да хороший, хороший.
These are just the things I wind up. You go down the YouTube rabbit hole, and this is what you find. Russians sleeping with pumas. Oh man, this is funny. It really is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the puma. It can literally take an entire chomp out of his shoulder right there.
Вот когда он начнет храпеть.
Oh, little kiss. Now, like I said, we've seen this before. We've seen people domesticate all weird kind of animals, raccoons, whatever, living in their house. I think there was probably some law in this country about having a puma in your house. But oh, is it bedtime?
Спокойной ночи.
Talking to the puma. And he just look at this. Yeah, that foot just went. Wow. So look at this. Close the lights and off to sleep they go. I'm kind of flabbergasted on what to say about this. So, you know, there were other people. Look, you dealt with the whole. What was her name? Jane Goodall, who used to go with the monkeys. I forgot her name. And she would go with the monkey families, the gorilla families, wherever she was in Africa, and they would let her into their thing. So this guy here is kind of the same way.
A lot of people also ask, why do I put a camera on the lions? It's just nice for people out live around the world to see from a lion's perspective.
This guy,
you know, how they move, where do they go?
He put cameras on lions.
Which is pretty cute. I just want to
Now, look at how they're playing.
I'll only be able to put it on her when she's outside, because at the moment
now again,
she's
I don't know if they had them when they were babies.
I didn't think about it.
I'm assuming. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Look at the
Stop it,
dude. That thing will fuck up your day like nothing else.
Mad. Complete affection, and it's just excitement. It's just exactly. I'm so happy to be out, and I can't contain my enthusiasm, so I'm going to jump on you.
Okay, I see that coming at me. I'm shitting my pants. As much as I love kitties, that's it. Pants, shit, done. Look at this.
So even when she jumps on me like that, and she's talking, she's like so excited, you know.
The thing is as big as the car. This guy is the lion whisperer.
It's part of my missions in this world is to paint them in a new light, show people a new, different side to hyenas.
Paint them in a new light, drenched in your own blood.
That they're not these dirty, rotten, smelly, scavenging scoundrels, but actually highly intelligent social animals that have a equally important function to...
Wait. Social animals. What the fuck? You gonna take him to a dinner party? These are wild cats in the middle of Africa. All they do is walk around all day looking for food, and they find like a gazelle or something, and they kill it and rip it to shreds. Yet these are social animals. Maybe that's a social date in Africa. I don't know. Honestly, I've never been.
Play in the ecosystem as lions. Let's see if I can get him to yawn.
Gee, look at that. You want to put your hand near that? You know, it's sort of like the whole pit bull thing in this country. You know, I don't particularly like pit bulls. I don't like the breed. I don't trust them. The same way I would not be putting my hand anywhere near... Well, first of all, I wouldn't be sitting next to this damn thing, but anywhere near where in a matter of a second and a half, my hand would be gone. Look at the size of his teeth. That one tooth in the front is as big as his pinky. Yet this guy's like... Come on.
There we go. Yawn.
Oh my God.
Normally I wouldn't take on rescues, but these two tugged at my heartstrings, especially young George.
Oh yeah, they tugged at your heartstrings, all right, when they ripped it out of your chest at the speed of light.
And we decided to take them in on the provision that they would be used as ambassadors and spread the message. So cub petting isn't just a problem uniquely to South Africa. It is also a problem that we see around the world, and that we over here.
Well, South Africa. Yeah, we know how that country's doing.
Can also create awareness about. Yeah, come on, young man. Come on, boy.
He's leading him along with the car. Look at that. That's a fucking lion.
Hop along, Cassidy. The story of how Meg and Amy and myself met. Meg and Amy were neglected by their mother, Tabby, who are also having...
Okay, wait a minute. All right, so Meg and Amy were neglected by their mother, Tabby. Again, was this in the wild? Is this in a caged environment? I don't exactly... They don't look like they're in the zoo. So is this guy was really... I got to hear more.
My care. What I decided to do was to put them with
Holy shit.
Maddie Tau, who also had cubs at the time. But Maddie Tau wasn't having anything of it. She wasn't stupid. She knew that these two were different, and she grabbed them by the scruffs of their necks and put them in the water bath that she was using for drinking. And I had to basically had to drag these two little drowned rats out of the water and hand raise them.
Okay. So we hand raised him as a baby. That's pretty obvious because there's no way you're doing this to an older lion in the safari. But still, I'm still amazed at the sheer size. And this guy's got balls of fucking titanium. He's not exactly in a controlled environment. He's out there in the wild. What if something kicks in on one of these animals that gets that instinct going? Dude, he's dead meat.
You have to have that trusting relationship.
Look at this guy!
And I think it's apparent with Meg and Amy that that's exactly where we are in our relationship. And it's ongoing. It's never, It never should be taken for granted.
There are couples in this family that don't have as much love as this guy has for this cat. And obviously vice versa. Unbelievable. I don't think I can do that myself.
It's been 13 years of hard work, commitment, trust, perseverance, and a lot of
Did he
patience.
say 19 years of hard work? That makes sense. I mean, look, you're going that long with it, I guess you can, have a level of trust. Obviously he does. But
Too.
I mean, look, they got drones flying around them. They're just like big house cats.
These lions, they never cease to amaze me.
Wow. I mean, that's yeah. That YouTube rabbit hole, man. You start going down that hole and start watching these videos, and I just sit here with my jaw wide open, like, wow. Yeah. So that's kitty cats. We all love the kitty cats. I wish Chance was If Chance was in here right now, he'd be jumping on the desk and causing havoc or knocking my green screen over. So, we've opened up with kitty cats. What else do we have? We've got some other things to talk about. I see in the news here, let's fly over to this, that there's going to be a fight. Iron Mike Tyson is going to be fighting Jake Paul. I believe July 20th on Netflix. Now, we remember the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. fight. Wasn't really a fight. It was more like it was a little more than sparring, but it wasn't full bore head on. This one I hope is a little bit different. I hope it's an actual competition. Look, Tyson is, 58 now? The guy is still built just insane. And I got to give Jake Paul some credit. Now, Jake Paul was a social media celebrity. I use that lightly. And he's gone on to do a bunch of things. He went into, I guess, MMA. He's done boxing. He was with the WWE. And I got to say, the guy is very athletic. Very athletic. It actually impresses me. There is a video here. Yes, I'll show you this. Go back here. So, this is Jake Paul a couple years ago. This is it was last year. I have never seen this done this way in a WWE ring before. This is very, very, very cool. And I gotta see that again. That was honestly incredible.
What are these two thinking? Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I don't know, but I guarantee it's highlight worthy. Oh my goodness, what a collision!
To be able to land properly after the clothesline in the air, obviously the guy's put a lot of work in, and that's really, really impressive. But then I think, how's he going to do against Mike? Look at Mike. This is recently. I'm sorry. Mike is still occasionally. Look at him go.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike.
Now, boxing is pretty much a dead sport. Nobody knows. I don't know who the champion is currently. Is there currently a champion? There's 17 different divisions, weight classes, all this. I know none. The last person I knew in boxing, I guess, was Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko. I think he was the title of the heavyweights. And Floyd Mayweather. Oh, I guess is still the champion. Who watches boxing anymore? MMA has come and destroyed the boxing world. Now, boxing is still an excellent sport because it's a controlled fighting environment. It's all about technique, and there are things you can do and can't do. So boxing has always been pretty fun to watch. MMA took it to a whole new level when you brought in the kicks, and the martial arts and all that stuff. Now boxing is an afterthought. Boxing, who boxes anymore? But
Nice one, Mike.
I mean, look at his legs.
More, Mike.
He's like Ivan Drago. Whatever this man hits, he destroys. So I'm curious. Do you think that Tyson and Paul is going to be an actual boxing match, or do you think they're going to tone it down? It's going to be on Netflix, but here's the other thing about it. They're going to hold this match in AT&T Stadium, obviously with other things on the card. That's where the Dallas Cowboys play, which is the biggest stadium in the NFL. That's 110,000 seats. Now, I've been to, back then it was the WWF, WWE wrestling 30 years ago at the Nassau Coliseum over here, which holds, at the time, probably 17,000. And you're sitting in the back, and the ring is this small. You're like, all right, let me watch it on the board. Oh, now I see what's going on. It was Hulk Hogan against Bad News Brown. I remember that. So you're sitting there way far back. I don't see how you're enjoying it. So who in the world is going to be paying God knows how much to go sit in AT&T Stadium, which is bad enough to watch the Cowboys, to see this tiny boxing rink from way, But you know what people are going to go? People in today's day and age will buy shit in a box. Slap a price tag on it, somebody will buy it. But again, I got to see more Mike.
You're up in the air.
Look at the body armor that guy's got. I love watching old Mike Tyson bouts. There was no fighter that I can remember in my lifetime, and we're talking, they had Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, George Foreman. Although the Foreman-Moore fight was fun to watch. I still can't believe he won that. That you got more excited about than watching Mike Tyson. I remember it was a household event. We would turn it on the TV. When Tyson lost to Buster Douglas at the Tokyo Dome, and I think it was 89, something like that. I remember I was watching it with my best friend. We were watching it in my room, and my mom was screaming in the background, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" when Tyson went down, because it was fucking mind-boggling. Tyson was a machine. I mean, this guy, just go on YouTube and watch the fight where he knocked what's his face out, was undefeated. Spinks, Michael Spinks. Spinks was 31-0 at the time. Tyson was champion. It was like 33-0, 31 knockouts. It lasted like a minute and 20 seconds. Spinks, who had never been knocked down in his career, Tyson done fucked him up. Knocked him through the ropes, actually. Jake Paul is going to be going up against this. Obviously, there's a big difference in weight class here. I mean, Mike has got to be pushing, I'm going to guess, 230, 235. Jake Paul, I don't think is even 200 pounds.
That's it.
So, Mike is going to get an inside blow to the body, and he's going to shatter Jake Paul's ribcage. Just shatter it. Got to give Jake Paul a lot of credit going into something like this. There is an interview here with Jake.
I want to face big names and make historic pay-per-views and challenge myself more and more with each fight. Like, truly, I mean that. And this is just the start. I'm 2 years in. I have a long way to go, and I am going to build and build and build, and we will see who is on that roadmap, whether it's content.
Now, all right, so he's 2 years into his boxing career. He wants to go and go and go and go. Fine, look. More power to you. Obviously, he's making a lot of money. Look at the size of that, whatever the fuck is on his chest. That's all diamonds, I'm sure. But this is different than like NFL players who have played for 20 years and wind up getting CTE. This guy will permanently kill you, or maim, or fuck your brain up to tapioca with one shot. I don't know what the payday is going to be on this for him, but honestly, I think if any of us were going to do this, you step in that ring, you take 90 seconds of torture, and you retire and you sit on an island for the rest of your life. But apparently Jake Paul wants more.
Contenders, or whether it's McGregor, whether it's Mike Tyson, who knows?
Mike Tyson? That are your brothers in the family.
My last question, Jake, for you is: do you feel that you're still in a situation where, like, you got to prove that you're a real fighter? You got to prove to boxing fans that you're like a legit tough guy. Like, do you feel that sense, or is that all gone now?
I don't feel that sense. I've earned the respect of so many sparring partners in the gym, and I feel like, you know, the people I've sparred have echoed the message through the whole entire boxing world and to the fighters that this kid can actually fight. I'm sparring with world champions.
So, look, respect is there. Anybody gets in the ring to put their body on the line, their health, their life, basically, for the entertainment of others. No question, there's respect. Anybody who's ever stepped in the ring with a boxer, MMA fighter, anything like that, much respect. I think you're partially insane. This better be there, because let's see how Jake Paul would feel if said, "Yeah, we're gonna give you $250 to get in there in the ring with Mike Tyson." I don't think he'd be going in the ring. I wonder what he's gonna make for this. He's gonna make so much fucking money.
The whole entire time, I've been sparring with world champions and professional boxers and people who are better than me, and they don't take it easy on me. It's I've been in there with the toughest guys who are unleashed on me, and I handle my own.
I think if this is going to be an actual boxing match, he's got to shave, because you can't have a beard if you're going to box, because your face has to be full of Vaseline. So that when the gloves hit you, they don't rip your skin off your face. They kind of slide a little bit. So I would assume that this is just for his training here.
I think people know I could fight, and I don't really have anything to prove. I'm just really proving myself right in this journey and with what I can accomplish.
They don't take it easy on you, I would imagine. I feel like it's like a target, like regardless if it's sparring or.
So this is one of the things that my coach and I talk about is when sparring partners come in, they're actually going harder than normal because I'm filming it. I film my sparring session to watch it back. So they don't want to be on camera getting embarrassed, getting worked. So they're actually going harder than they normally do, and they're more prepared, and they want to be able to say they got the better of me. So it's actually made me better how hard these sparring partners come in and how much they want to prove.
Our favorite
Aaron
from Sports
in the chat brings
Illustrated
up,
and The Zone talking hoops and boxing with
a Rich Eisen video. Sorry about that. Aaron says, I have to assume Tyson is only doing this fight because he knows he can beat him. I wonder how many people Tyson turned down before he accepted the guy. Now, the thing of Mike Tyson, and when he did the Floyd Mayweather fight, I don't think he's ever lost that competitiveness. The guy has obviously stayed in really good shape. He's 58 years old. I believe that's how old he is. Let me just double check that, I think. He's 57. Yeah, he's going to be 58, I think, at the time of the fight. So this is not a guy who just sat on his money, whatever he's got left from Don King, and just got up and said, oh, I see this guy. I think I could beat him. I'll go fight him. Tyson has worked out, trained, and maintained his body. And he's done a lot of teaching to other boxers. I've watched a lot of videos of him mentoring other fighters. I mean, the guy had one of the greatest killer instincts that I've ever seen. I think this is something where he can kind of recapture his youth a little bit. Again, it depends on how legit this fight is. If it's an actual fight, if he's going to go in this, look, it's not for a world title. He's not going to be doing Rocky montages to train. But he's not going to go out there and embarrass himself at all. This guy has a legacy. He's a world champion. And here's a guy that's obviously much lower weight class than he is, who's out of his mind to step into the ring with him. But it's the curiosity. A lot of people are going to watch this. A lot. And I think Tyson will win. I mean, I like to see what the betting line is on Jake Paul. I cannot even think that I can't even see him getting a punch in. Tyson, even as his age now, he's so fast. You saw the training. You saw the video. He is so damn fast. Look at this.
Beautiful.
He gets inside on Paul. He's gonna eat him alive. Eat the children. 58 years old. The guy's still an animal. And the other thing, Tyson is a lot smarter than people have given him credit for over the years. And I think they know that now. He did that Broadway solo show of his where he talked about his career and he's an articulate guy. He's smart. He's not the dummy that people have portrayed him to be, even in cartoons and stuff like that when they'd make fun of him. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He knows how to use it, especially in the ring. Yeah. So Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Now, yeah, if you want to look at what Tyson's career was at the end of his boxing career, when he had fought some real scrubs towards the latter end of his career, but that was, again, actual training boxing against other trained boxers. While you could throw Jake Paul into that, again, different weight class, and it just, I don't know, it looks like night against day. These guys are going to get in the ring when they do the face-to-face meeting for the old referee. I wonder if it'd be Richard Steele refereeing. And when they go over the rules and stuff. And I'm so curious. Tyson used to have that stone face, just look at you, almost dead eyes. Those eyes. And Jake Paul's got kind of a goofy aura about him, smile. He'll be serious. But Jake Paul's taller than Mike Tyson. But Tyson is going to be like at least twice his girth. I don't see how Jake Paul, as strong as Jake Paul probably is, I don't see how he hurts him. I don't see it. If he tries to go inside and get a body blow on Tyson, we're all going to feel it as soon as Jake Paul gets hit. So, yeah, July 20th, I believe that fight is in Dallas. We will have to check that out and watch that. So, another rabbit hole, as we bounce from topic to topic, that I want to discuss. When you go down the YouTube rabbit hole, one of the lessons that you'll see is that whatever you started watching, whatever you originally started looking for, whether it's something in your favorites or what, the line goes askew. And you start watching something completely and utterly different than you started looking for in the first place. So, the little boxes are there on the side. You start clicking, next thing you know. So I started watching a couple of things. And I've been watching these things for years. Survivalists. These are guys that go out into the go out into the wilderness, whatever, in extreme cold or rural areas, and they film the whole things. and they set up camp, and they chop their own wood, and they brought food with them, and they're cooking. This guy, Kent Survival, on YouTube. He's a British individual. Got those big rings in his ears. Is one of the most fascinating survival guys I've ever seen. Now, he's not a hardcore survivalist. We'll get to that in a minute, like after this guy. He goes out prepared with a pack, and he's got the proper tools and everything. And he gets all these different type of tents sent to him, and he just sits up in the wilderness, and he just chills out for a night. Like, let's see. I want to see that one, but let's see. Look at this. He was doing here, look, 10 hours of rain in a cardboard tent. That's the title of this particular. So here is, so look, he's got a good pack. That's
Welcome back, guys. Well, don't let this weather deceive you. That wind there is bringing in some rain. That's gonna.
Now, I would love to meet this guy. This guy seems like a cool fucking guy. What he's able to do with his hands, his mind, whatever, just sitting out there, it could be a fucking park, for all I know.
It'll be a bit later this evening, and all night and all morning, I believe. It should be getting pretty heavy in the early hours. And that's the reason
I think I actually wound up on his videos watching ASMR videos.
It's a cardboard tent. I'll tell you a bit about it later, but I need to get it set up while I've still got
a cardboard tent. Now look, he's obviously got something that he's brought along with him here. It's a lot of cardboard. Now he's in some wilderness somewhere. It's England, so it's always fucking raining. So
well,
he
I know
bought
that I'm
cardboard.
supposed to bend these.
Okay, so this is actual tent that was sent to him, built via cardboard. And the video production on this is great. He's obviously got a camera mounted, or multiple cameras mounted. You don't see them. I've never seen anybody else in any of his videos outside of a friend or something.
A little bit of a struggle. I've got this side in, and this has got a air vent.
Now, this is New York City. We couldn't bring these things in for the freaking migrants. Cardboard cities. That's it. Situation fixed. See? Mayor Adams, I help.
Which I think pulls out like so.
Look at this thing. This is something that's actually made. A cardboard tent. Look at this. It's like IKEA.
So this is one of the rain flaps and the doors.
Rain flaps.
Just gonna have one of these
Slide
on,
A into slot B using screw CC through hole DD while mounting F on H. I gotta admit, this is pretty nifty. Let's see. All right, so he gets the thing set up. Let's see, it's forward a little bit here.
Pop these rain doors
a little
open
twig
with
to
a
keep
couple
your
of
door
sticks.
open. Now, the shit that this guy brings in his pack is fucking awesome. He's got such cool shit. If you're an outdoor man, you love, camping and shit like this, this guy has stoves and fucking hatchets and just unbelievable shit. And he cuts down his own
I'm
firewood.
gonna use my Thermarest mat, which I think is going to be sliding all over the place. And I've got my
he gets a lot of this stuff sent to him.
300. I think that's 1 degree.
Because he does reviews or
bag.
whatever. People watch these
I'll be
videos.
using
This
my
video,
stuff sack pillow.
2.4 million views.
And I've got my little pump, which is also my light for blowing this up.
Look at this shit. Blowing up the air mattress. Oh, look at that. Cardtent.com. There you go.
Which you can like
Gotta have a
see,
little
there's quite a lot of room
advertisement.
in here. This is a big and a wide mat, and I could fit 2 of them in here quite easily. A little bit of room at the end as well.
I gotta have
sleeping bag.
Gotta have 2 mats for that little while you're in the wilderness. let's
And
see,
my little
let's
pillow.
load
I've
a
got my
little
stuff
bit
sack
on him
pillow
here.
as well.
Okay, now here he goes with his firewood.
So,
Again,
just gonna have a tiny fire before
got
it
his
starts
axe.
raining. Just give myself something to do and to chill by.
it's
Finger is still
like
bandaged from
Captain
the axe
Kirk in
wound,
Generations when Picard came on to him and he's
hopefully
chopping
it'll
the
be
wood. God, that's got to be satisfying. So again, he got this wood himself, chopped down whatever the fuck tree he was doing. This was not staged or anything like that. This guy's actually doing this shit, which is pretty fucking cool. This is a man out there chopping wood. Yeah. Chopper. So he gets his wood.
With a
Then
bit
he
of a
goes and
brace
lights his
there
little
as well.
Fire.
Whoops.
Now, obviously, you got to keep that fire well away from the cardboard tent that you're going to be sleeping in. One ember and you go poof.
That's better. Nice fire to warm me as it cools down. And the
He's
tent
got
for
a little
waiting
chair.
when it gets dark. Shouldn't be too long. You know when that weather is just looming. Could be any second.
I fucking love this guy.
First time I've had a
trust
woolly
me,
hat
watch
on
the
this year, I
channel.
think.
I'm gonna show you something in a
Can't wait
minute
to get it,
that he
to be
did
honest.
that I thought was fucking amazingly outstanding. A nice fire, controlled fire. And this guy, when he's
Now,
done, by
I
the
think
way,
I'm gonna cook
he also shows
burgers.
you
Keep it simple tonight. I'm saying a little less simple for breakfast actually.
he at the end of the night, or when he leaves this particular camping area wherever he is, he douses the fire, does everything right. Pours water, makes sure nothing can flare up or something. It's impressive. It honestly
They're
is.
quite looking forward to trying on the gas stove. I've got the Omnia oven with me, so that should be quite fun.
He's got some kind of oven. Let's see what kind.
Let's see what.
That's the other thing about him.
I pack up.
He always shows you what he's cooking. You know about me and food. We talked about the street omelets a couple weeks ago. So if there's food in the video, yeah, I'm gonna be there watching it. Let's find where he goes and starts cooking here. Let's see. Oh, he's got something in the tent here.
Probably gonna be like 16 hours or something. I'm not hungry yet, so I'm not going to cook. I'm just going to chill out for a bit, get organised before I get dinner on.
Look at the instructions on the. Look at this thing. It's a fucking cardboard tent.
Stove open.
Look at this little stove.
Stick it on top. No, maybe I won't.
This guy has got some really cool shit, I gotta say. Now, yeah, the video would have been better if he turned this on and the fucking whole tent catches ablaze. But look at this. He's got the pan on it. He's got lights. Again, he's got the camera setups outside, so there's obviously a lot of setup that went into this. He's cooking burgers. Oh shit, does that sound good?
I appear to have forgot my spatula. Not done that in a
Oh
while.
damn, no spatula. Is that a satisfying fucking sound? I'm gonna have to have a burger for lunch. Oh, the onions.
We're certainly warmed up in here with this going.
Now,
getting some.
Pause for a second. He has had and made some unbelievable dishes. I mean, stews and pork loins and all this crazy stuff out where he is on all different kind of things. Some of the tents he puts up, there's an actual, like an aluminum stove that he puts in with a chimney flute that goes outside of the tent. And he's able to make his tea. It's England, they always have tea. And his breakfast or whatever, cooking on a pan right on top of it, inside of a tent. Watch his channel. It's really, really fucking interesting. And I give this guy a shitload of credit.
Fat splattering, but we'll survive. No rain yet, but it's due, well, within the hour, I think. See how accurate they are.
I mean, he's got about 600 and almost 700,000 subscribers to his channel.
It's okay now.
I sit here at night and I just watch this. Just lean back like, wow. Oh God, that looks good. Got cheese. He's cooking burgers in a fucking cardboard tent on a stove.
too. And guess who forgot the ketchup as well?
Oh, stupid. Got the ketchup. Ooh, that's nice. Almost like an English muffin type bun.
Here we go. 2 lovely burgers.
That's
I hope
great.
they're lovely.
That's unbelievable. Let's see what else he does here. He got, oh, there's the, look, see, he made tea. That little stove is fucking awesome.
Pretty windy.
I'd like to have that just for my backyard. It's easier than fire up the goddamn barbecue.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for this rain. It says it's going to be heavy.
It's heavy rain and you're in a cardboard tent. Let's see what happens there.
Hopefully it will come sooner.
That's something.
Raining for a good hour or so now. Pretty hard. And we're looking
He's raining up
good
against the cardboard and he's looking around. No leaks so far.
Even the vent's fine. My first kind of sign of a leak, I've just pulled this in a bit. And I think that's more to do with the way I've set it up. But this was a little bit creased. So I've had the door overlap on the outside. See how that goes. The rest's looking fine.
Let's see where he goes here. I think he goes outside. I'll show you how hard it's actually raining. Listen to that. So the thing stayed dry. It's fucking cardboard. And maybe the outside of it is coated. But really, that's impressive shit. He's in the mud.
Good morning.
Just woke up.
7. It's just got light. Tired actually.
No shit, you just slept in a cardboard shack.
I saw the light coming through the little hole over there.
Let's see.
Just open the front doors and I could feel the...
Oh, yeah. There he is. Alright, so it got a little bit warped
It's
there.
still pretty dark out here. Let's look at the tent. These are the outer doors. Not too bad. Bit mushier at the bottom.
And the migrants can't use this in New York City for what reason? They're staying in luxury hotels?
Yeah, soft. It's okay inside.
Looks like it works to me.
Corrugated.
What is this thing going to cost?
Glad I put the tape on now.
$5?
It's pretty wet.
I'm sorry, inflation.
Ooh, yeah.
$15? Am I right? Tell me I'm wrong. No, we got to have people shacked up in the fucking Waldorf Astoria at $6,000 a night who are undocumented immigrants in this fucking area, in this country. Yet, look at this guy in England just owning it.
Wetter. Right under the tree here, I guess. Look at that.
Oh, it's a little squishy.
But it's okay inside.
But it's fine inside. Honestly.
I had to jump back in the tent.
What the fuck is he making here?
As you can hear.
It's raining again.
I'm going to use this Omnia oven. If you remember seeing it in other videos, to bake breakfast.
He's going to bake breakfast in a fucking cardboard tent.
I don't know, 15 minutes or so to bake.
What the fuck?
Oil these little muffin pans.
He's making muffins. The dude is making muffins.
I don't want it to get out the rain.
Fingy muffins.
You'll have to forgive me when it comes to fancy angles and stuff in here. I'm just getting my Billy can out. David Fryer's pouch.
Like I said, this guy brings such good shit with him.
Okay, so into here goes my mix, which is cheese, tomato, bacon, and some kind of hash brown I'm grated at home. I think
he's making hash brown muffins? What the fuck? I can't get a hash brown muffin anywhere over here. This guy's making it in a cardboard fucking tent. Oh, he's dropping eggs into it. Oh, shit. This is what I get for not having breakfast yet this morning.
Some milk.
Oh, double shit.
Then a cream. And that is going
I haven't
to
spit, you don't have cream.
Mixed up. Potatoes
oh, my God.
A bit. Right,
it's almost like the street ombudsman. And he's going to put them into this things and bake
and
hash brown muffins.
Pour this.
I want to do this on my fucking stove.
Ow, I can feel that.
Holy shit. These things are going to come out so good.
Right,
I'm fucking starving right now.
Feeling like a medium-ish heat, and I've got spiders jumping on me.
Oh, spiders.
Everywhere, these spiders and webs.
They have spider webs in something that you literally just built.
It's coming down quite hard now.
It's still pouring. And this guy's baking.
Or egg muffins, whatever you want to call them, on and baking.
Let's see what comes
I'm
out
quite
here.
looking forward
Where
to
are
that.
they?
Nice bit of
Let's see
baked
the-
breakfast.
Let's
Oh,
see.
it appears that my rain doors are starting to sag down and have pulled out at the top.
Uh-oh.
It's time to have a look at what we've got here. And
No, fuck.
just going to give it literally a couple more minutes to make sure, maybe brown them up a little bit.
Dude, I would sleep in a fucking cardboard tent if I knew I was having that for breakfast in the morning. No problem. Oh, is it more tea time? Now, I don't know how he carries all this shit with him. Like I said, I've never seen anybody else, but there is kind of all these camera angles and everything. I don't know if there's a team of people there doing this. Maybe there is. But I think this guy does this himself.
Well, my breakfast of tea and
Holy
egg cup.
shit.
You can whisk these better to get more of a rise from them, but these should be fine.
Alright. Hold a second. I'm sorry. Y'all are fucking hungry right now. If you're not fucking hungry, you're lying to yourself. That looks fucking delicious, and it was cooked on a tiny stove in a cardboard fucking tent.
Let's give one a go.
Sharon? Of course.
Not bad. I would probably pre-cook the hash browns myself in the future. I've never done this before. Well, not with.
So, all right, I'm gonna jump to where I originally found this guy at. Where is it over here? Hang on, it is. All right, so he did this video here, cooking on a rock. Again, this is Kent Survival. Check out his YouTube channel. So, here he is. Look at this thing that he built. I can't do that. I cannot do that. If I tried to build something like that, it would look like Homer Simpson's fucking barbecue. It'd be a fucking disaster. So, he built this thing. Look, you stayed in it. Got his pack.
Hello there, guys. Welcome back to another video.
Now this video,
out today because it's the first time
4.1
it's not been
million
raining in, like,
views.
A week, the last month, really. But
so what he does here is an amazing thing. He actually cooks on a flat rock. I never thought about it. So he builds this stove here, as you see, and he's got somewhere he got a piece of
I've been
slate.
playing with the fireplace here, and as you can see, I've kind of got a ring of rocks and
A ring of rocks.
a flat slate on the top there, so I can have the fire here in the mouth and drag any coals under there for heating the hot plate, let's call it.
It's a good idea. You're out in the
A
wilderness.
little bit of room for air. at the
Maybe
back.
Anthony can do this in his backyard in South Carolina. I'd love to see him try. Real woodsman. What's he doing now? Is he chopping wood? Yep, gotta get the wood. Again, he built that entire tent from total scratch. But he's got the proper tools. Look this saw that he's using here. That's a damn good saw. Look at it cut through that wood. That's a lot of work. Shit, I don't even want to vacuum my living room, let alone have to do this shit. Oh, we got to go out and get his little kindling. So I'm going to show you what we're building up to here. Again, he goes and he chops his logs. Amazing. Nice hatchet. All right, so let's go now. You ask him, how does he start the fire? That's a fire! Now look at this. He uses one of these kindling sticks, shaves it down. Oops. I just find this so fucking cool. Puts his little shavings there. I think, if I'm right, he lights it with one of those flint things that you... things. I don't know what half this shit is called. I'm not an outdoorsman. Look at that. Yeah. Don't go with a straight match. Let's complicate shit. That is so fucking cool. Who even owns one of those things? Alright, so you get the point. He lights the fire, blah, 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 blah. Let's move up to the point where he's cooking. We'll be here all day. Alright, so.
We're cooking.
Look at this.
Well, I think we're hot enough, so I'm going to... Doesn't have to
do
oil.
This,
but I'm going to put some oil on the...
So now again, I don't know where he got the slate from. I don't think he found that just out in the wild where he is. I'm guessing he had to bring that along. Because you're not going to come across a piece of slate just out of nowhere. Or whatever kind of rock that is. But those other rocks are from the environment that he's in. Stacked them in a nice oven-type circle. Got a good fire going. And just laid the rock right on top.
Rock.
Sound is so satisfying in this. Getting in tingles.
The only problem with this setup not being open at the back is scraping out this if it's a bit too hot. So we'll just see how it goes.
I mean,
looks like I've got it fairly...
Pause for 1 second. Think about this. You're stuck out in the wilderness somewhere. Anywhere. Would any of you put 2 and 2 together to try to do something like this? You would never even consider it. You never even thought about it till I showed this to you. Never once, any of you, have said, if I'm ever stuck out in the wilderness and I gotta think food, yeah, I'm gonna cook on a rock. No. No.
Level there, actually.
So he heats it up twice nightly. Now, look at this. The sausage is sizzling.
Cumberland sausage.
Those are nice looking sausages, too.
A little bit of a sizzle, not bad. Seeing as the sausages seem to be going pretty well, I'm going to...
Blood sausage.
The black pudding, or blood sausage, whatever you'd
black
like
pudding,
to call
they call it in England. This is fucking brilliant.
Bacon.
Oh, the bacon. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm so hungry. I want rock breakfast. Gentlemen, welcome to the rock. He got his own little fucking wooden spatula going up there. I mean, this is brilliant.
Put on
oh my god. Go ahead and
some mushrooms.
I could live without the mushrooms. But
and I think
a little tomato.
Just half a tomato will do.
Tomato, not tomato. Potato. Honestly, that is a better breakfast than any of your asses have eaten this morning. Don't shit me. Look at this.
Okay, there's no putting it off anymore. It's time to attempt an egg.
He's going to put an egg on.
I'm sure if some of you older subscribers would remember my last rock egg. Second one was good, first one not so good. Some of this bacon.
Yeah, I think the first time he tried to do an egg, the thing wasn't even and it kind of ran off. This is unbelievable.
Gonna grease it up.
Oh, he likes to grease it up.
Are you ready? Let's get this grease out a little.
I know I'm ready.
Here goes. Oh my god.
People, what are we doing in
So happy
society
with that.
when you can have a better meal being cooked on a fucking rock in the middle of God knows nowhere? It's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome.
It is time to serve this up.
Hells yeah.
Now,
I want to come over to
made
wherever the
some
hell he
tongs,
is.
Actually.
I got a nice little wooden bowl there.
I'll put this down here. This is going to make life easier.
Look at how well the egg cooked. Way better than them street omelets we saw a couple weeks ago. Hells yeah. And this guy is in a dirty environment. And his shit's cleaner than all that Indian crap that I showed you. Oh, my egg gonna stick you a little bit.
I think she's going to come off okay. I think she is. Wish I had a thinner, wider spatula or egg slice.
Oh,
Not bad, not bad.
come on.
Well, I don't mind admitting
Look
how
at that.
happy I am
That
with
is
how
an
that turned out.
awesome breakfast.
And because I've not
Cooked
done
on
it
a
on the
rock.
channel in a while, I'm going to treat you to
Little
some
ketchup,
tomato
alright. Might want to dip a little hot sauce, a little salt and pepper. This guy's great. Kent
I'm just going to take
Survival.
this slate off. Just so
You
I
got to
can
check
get
out his
this,
channel.
fire
It's
burned down
fascinating.
properly and make me tea.
Making his tea in the coals. Drop a tea bag in, and yeah, then he starts
Beautiful.
chowing down.
That yolk's still intact, yes it is.
I'm fucking starving.
This is damn good. I'm so happy how this turned out.
It's damn good. Look, all right. Again, look at the environment he's in. Tent completely built by him. All those logs cut by him. The fire, everything. This guy's fucking awesome. He is fucking awesome. And the video quality, obviously, that he set up, you know, really good production. That he's got multiple cameras that he hooks up to show all this. And all this running on battery. Kent. So, now Kent's doing all this in an obvious warm environment. I have seen videos of people doing this kind of thing in batshit cold environments. Like, where is he? There's a tab here. Hang on, I think I lost a tab. We did that one. We did that one. I think I lost a tab. Oh, no, here it is. What if you were doing this in the extreme cold? This guy is more nuts than Kent by far. So, oops, sorry. So this guy, it's Outdoor Boys. He built a shelter under 10 feet of snow. What? So, again, all these survivalist videos, they're freaking fascinating to watch to me. So, all right, look at this guy's walking. He's got the snowshoes on. Again, production. He's obviously got cameras. Look, he's holding a camera here on a stick. You can tell that. But here he sat a camera down to walk up to make it look more professional. But where this guy is, and that's all he's got with him. Look at how deep the fucking snow is. Don't know where he is. Probably in the Swiss Alps somewhere. So what does he do? Well, you gotta start with a shovel. He's got a shovel, and he starts a digging. Now, if I had to dig out my driveway of this, I'd cry. No snowblower. Fuck it, I'm staying in the house. Look at the amount of snow that this guy is. It's taller than him. Way taller. And remember, it's fucking cold! I mean, this guy's not worried about avalanche and caving in on him. So what's that about? He's probably about 6 feet. So that's about 7 foot of snow right there. Look at how he's cutting out the snow to make some steps. This guy's out of his fucking mind to do this. How do you even learn how to do this? It doesn't snow enough around here or to go outside when you were a kid and learn how to make something like this. At least not in this area. Gotta have time for a snack when you're building your monster snow fort. This is intensive, hard labor. Look at this fucking cave he's building. Again, this is the middle of nowhere. On a fucking mountain. Any of this shit caves in, well, you're not going to be found until the next ice age. All right, enough digging. Let's see what he makes here. He got down to the ground, which is unbelievable. Look at this freaking... This shit's nicer than my house. And you can way more easily expand the bedroom. I don't know about you, but my ass would be afraid to even walk into that thing. I blow a fart, and that whole shit's coming and collapsing. Got a seat? Uh-oh. Time to cook. That looks like you just got some cheese and crackers. A little snack while you're building your crazy snow fort. Alright, let's forward here. That's going to be the shelf that I guess he's going to sleep on. Look at the little bag thing he uses to blow it up. Wow. You're a better man than me, man. Honestly. Look at this shit. Again, winter, migrants. If it snowed here, answers. Gotta make the bed a little bigger. Never know when you might wind up running into another manly man on the mountain who needs a place to stay. Right, let's see it on the outside. Is he cooking something on a stove? Yes, he is. So now you're underground in a snow cave, but you're gonna make some water. Look how we insulate. Oh, being brilliant. I can't imagine the thought process that went into the whole preparing to actually do this. What you've got to bring, the tools, everything. Obviously, he's done it 1,000 times, but...
This is a pretty cozy little shelter.
He got steps. The fucking guy built steps. Well, I mean, how was he going to get out? But yeah, sure.
I'll tell you what, that is a beautiful view.
That's a crazy fuckwit view. All he needs outside is a
I've got room
mailbox.
to sit down, cook, sleep. This is perfect. And it only took me 4 hours to make this thing, which is a lot less time than some of my other snow shelters.
It takes me 2.5 hours to shovel my fucking driveway. 4 hours, this guy has made a fucking monster igloo. I'm doing something wrong, man. Jesus. Yeah, let's see what else he does here. He goes outside. Oh, he made some soup. Oh, look at this, cleaning off the plates with some snow. Cleaner than India. Look at how he's set up in this. Would it be shocked if this guy whipped out like a 50-inch TV and hung it on the fucking wall? Brilliant. Melt the snow. Rehydrate some food. What is that, a cookie? Incredible. So, dugout shelter under 10 feet of snow. Solo
Check
camping
for leaks,
in survival
put the
shelter
hot water
during
bottle in my sleeping bag. Get all nice and toasty. I'll tell you what, this is just one of the best snow shelters I've ever made. There's a couple key features that are really important to keeping you warm. First off, you don't want your sleeping area to be the lowest point in the shelter.
Now, pay attention here, folks. For any of you who are interested in a snow shelter in the real estate market, this guy's going to tell you all what you need.
The cold air tends to collect at the bottom. Another thing is you want to make sure your snow shelter has lots of corners. You don't want to allow the wind to blow straight into your snow shelter. Additionally, when you do have a corner, make a little extra room so when the wind comes down, it goes past the door instead of being funneled into the door. Likewise, on this end, I've got two entrances so that if the wind blows crosswise, the wind continues through the shelter instead of getting funneled down into the shelter. But I'm going to get a chance to really test this shelter out. It's supposed to be a pretty good snowstorm tonight. We'll see what happens.
The hell is on his face?
Looks like I had some soot on my face. The snow here is really soft. Hopefully it'll freeze really good tonight. Then my stairs won't fall apart.
So the snow is really soft. Yeah,
really affects
he's walking
how much
down into the thing that he built. There's a level of insanity here. There really is. You gotta be partially crazy to do this.
energy it takes to build one of these shelters. This was really easy stuff to work with, so things went really fast. I moved a lot of snow in just 4 hours. The inside of the shelter is about 5 feet wide, and the roof is a little bit over 6 feet tall. So the very back of the shelter to the mouth is 11 feet.
6 feet tall.
I had to move about 230 cubic feet of snow to excavate this part of the shelter. So at the bottom of the entrance to the top of the snow berm, it's a little over 10 feet deep. But the original surface of the snow was about 8.5 feet deep. The distance from here at the top of the stairs to the back of that wall is about 17 feet. Plus there's this little bit I excavated right here. So my rough estimate is that I had to move about 423 cubic feet of snow to build this shelter. A little...
Show off. I don't like moving 1 cubic feet of shit when it snows outside. Yet this guy did this?
Over 15.5 cubic yards. That's the max capacity of a commercial dump truck. I earned my hot chocolate tonight.
Check out the lights.
Well, it is getting late and it's getting cold.
Again, the production of
peanuts for
this is
bedtime
phenomenal.
snack.
Uh-oh, stripping.
Well, it's getting late, so I'm going to go ahead and eat some peanuts and listen to an audiobook and go to bed. But tomorrow I'm going to do something interesting.
Eat some peanuts, listen to an audiobook,
to make this tunnel collapse. I know a lot of people have wondered whether or not these snow caves will fall down on you. And honestly, I don't know. We'll test that out tomorrow.
What? Wow. That's all you got it. My ass would be sleeping outside on top of that snowbed. Come on.
Good morning. Oh, my pants are frozen.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. He just goes outside. Holding up his shade.
All right, let's go see what it's like outside.
Look at it. It snowed so much. Look at how much snow is on top of the stuff that he moved.
It's a proper little snowstorm up here. It is really snowing. All of this fresh snow is going to make the avalanche danger go through the roof. Luckily, we're not in any avalanche zones, so we'll be okay. Above the ceiling right here, the snow's pretty thick, but yesterday I could see light shining through in that corner of the cave, which means there's less than 2 feet of snow between the ceiling and the surface of the snow. You can kind of...
All right. This guy is obviously out of his fucking mind. But again, what he built in that environment is fucking awesome. It is fucking awesome. Imagine if you were able to do stuff like that when you were a kid, like in a snowstorm, and have, maybe some of you have, if you live in like Minnesota or somewhere in Montana that gets that much snow. But so, following that old YouTube rabbit hole, we've seen Kent Survival. We've seen Outdoor Boys here, this batshit guy in the snow. I wind up with one more person I want to talk about. This guy, I love his stuff. His name is Steve 1989 MRE Info. It's always about food with me, isn't it? What this guy does is hilarious and fascinating. He gets all of these MREs, which is meal ready to eat, from all different years and times, and opens them up and shows, did they last the test of time? He eats some. I believe he has the world record for the oldest peanut butter that's ever been eaten. That came out of a 1945 MRE. But what's fascinating to me about this is all the different cuisines that other countries around the world put in these things, which are obviously meant for military use. There's one here, this one.
Really
not. Second. This is a Russian MRE. And he shows the old videos and stuff. Steve has
This is a Russian
2.1
Special
million
Forces
subscribers.
24-hour mountain ration. It's extremely rare, and it's used by Spetsnaz in high-altitude, rigid, and cold climate operations. Chiming in at over 5,000 calories per ration, it provides the calorific content required for its general scope of design.
Okay, so this is a 2015 Russian MRE. Not exactly prepare with compound media. I don't think you're going to find mac and cheese in this thing. But, so what he usually does is he takes these MREs, he opens them up, goes through all the contents, pulls them out. Now,
maybe burst in here. Oh, yeah.
He can read Russian and a lot of different languages, this dude. He's very educated. So he can read the can and tells you what's on it. This particular thing, when he opens it up and takes it out and he lays it out, look at all the stuff.
Maybe we'll have some coffee, but I mean, there's really not much left in there. Might get like 3 or 4 ounces of coffee if it's not
stuff that came out of that thing.
Stale. Put that to the side for now. And here's like a apple jelly, apple butter. And this here is minced sausage. We've got beef porridge, beef goulash with potatoes, 5 20-gram dark chocolate bars, 5 of these packs of crackers, 3 20-gram packs of sugar. And here's a concentrated cherry drink mix. That sounds pretty.
Now, one of the things I like that Steve does here, he takes all this stuff out, and then he has one of the old military style metal trays with the metal cups, and he lays it all out on a tray, and he's like, let's lay this out on a tray. Nice. It's just funny. Also, he's gonna do that here. Let's see. All right, about here.
Those before in IRPs, they're always delicious. Salt, pepper. Here's a vitamin tab, a daily vitamin. That's pretty cool. And you get some water purification tablets. Each one's good for 1 liter of water. And I don't think I'm missing anything. So with that being said, let's start with breakfast and get this out onto a tray. Nice. All right. Nice. So I want to first start with.
So he goes and he eats and he makes all this stuff. He talks about the different coffees through the generations and powdered drinks, and one of the most fascinating things. And I'm going to show it to you now. He mixes up all these drinks. I think this Russian one came with a whole bunch of pâtés and stuff.
I mean, it literally translates out the brains on both of them. I mean,
Oh yeah, one's brains and one's liver pate.
and you know what? These things actually aren't stale for once. I have run into IRP crackers, and I've had 5 IRPs before this one. 4 out of the 5
Let's open
times.
up the meat here.
It's fine though. Look at that chocolate hazelnut spread. It looks decent. I'm gonna pass on heating the minced sausage. I just don't see it being necessary.
Right for the minced sausages. Now again, this
And
is
there's
a
the minced
2015
Gotta break that open.
MRE.
Yes.
This was made, I don't know when he did this video, it doesn't tell me, but it was a couple of years after this.
It's like a pate. It's almost like a Spam. See? Yeah, that's actually better
It's in a
not being
package.
heated. Like, to my tastes, I wouldn't be heating it. It's not necessary. Save the flameless ration heaters for the 2 main entrees. Everything else, other than the
Now, what he just mentioned,
need to be hot.
the flameless ration heaters. These things are a fucking marvel of technology. You think about it, your soldiers are out in the field, or anybody, and you gotta heat up your food. So they make these packets that have a kind of a chemical thing in it, pouch, that you drop it in, you put a little water in it, and the thing instantly gets hot. And you put the food in there, and it cooks it. It's fucking brilliant. Let me see if I can find where the MRE is. Here it is. Oh, look, you made the goulash.
Nice.
Oh, the porridge.
Hydrated very well. Check out that rice. It's a certain kind of processed rice from what it says on the ingredients list. I taste vanilla. And reconstituted.
I love
really
watching this shit.
nicely.
I love it.
A little bit thick, but I tend to enjoy a hot cereal or oatmeal or any of that. Personally, my own taste to
Me
not be
too,
too watery.
honestly.
But for me, this is just right. Delicious. All right, let's try
Should
out.
be right around
This
here.
is really nice. What a dessert item. A
drink.
rich, chocolatey, creamy hazelnut spread. And I have had this before, and it never fails. Just kind of move it down the bottom of the pouch, because we're going to throw this in that flameless ration heater. Check out
All
how
right, here we go. Check this out.
Fair point there. There are instructions, pictorial instructions that
Now, every
show
country that I've
to
seen has different ones of these.
fold it over and then take this tape and peel it
Some
up
actually come
and close
with
it
like
off
a little
on that.
stove with these little
You get
fuel
2 pieces
tablets
of tape here.
of this-
I'm going to
this
use
tin
one
that you
for
bend
this
to heat up
entree,
the food,
replace
like a
out the actual FRH element, and replace it
Element,
with
that's
the
what I was
other
looking
one for dinner. We're going to see how this performs, hopefully pretty well.
Okay, so you see it's got a bag, little water. And you can
Fold
hear
that
it.
up.
Put the food in there. You see the package.
It's going to take a minute. Ooh, listen.
You hear that?
Get that heating element activated evenly with the water. Kind of swish it around a little bit.
This is amazing.
Whoa.
Oh, here it comes.
Holy
Look at this
jeez.
Look at that! Fucking steaming
Totally
like
reminds
crazy!
me of a Japanese FRH. Let's get that out of the way. It's steaming everything.
That is
There's
fucking
a rock or
amazing.
something when you need it. There you go. Check that
Again,
out.
you're out.
That
Your
thing means
soldiers are out.
business. I've only
Hot
seen
meal.
an FRH perform like that one other time, like I said, with a Japanese self-defense force ration, flameless ration heater, and
So
that's
what he winds
definitely
up
going to heat
taking
it up
out, let's see.
pretty quick. Look at that thing.
Well,
Looks
that's
like
a
a
lump
very
of
nice
shit.
and rich energy bar.
Spalding was in the pool.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to try that real quick.
Hey, here
A delicious,
now!
strong apricot flavor. Mainly fruit, fibery, wholesome. That is
Oh, that's fibery,
absolutely
all right.
fantastic. I'm going to actually save the tea for dinner, since our coffee... Well, let's just check out the coffee real quick.
Let's just check out that
It
coffee.
probably is.
Nice freeze-dried
The
taste of
coffee looks
choice.
good, it's just we lost
Damn,
one
Jimmy.
half of it. Has still
Again,
a pretty nice
if you go on his
rich
channel,
color to it.
which is again Steve 1989 MRE info, and you watch how the progression and the technology has taken these preserved foods from the 40s all the way up to today, it's amazing. Whatever preservatives they use to stick in some of this stuff. He does one with an actual pizza. One of the U.S. rations has a pizza in it that held up for like years. And he says when he eats it, it's like It's like a good frozen pizza. That's amazing. I would love to try some of this shit. Now, he has had many a bad shit. He opened up some MREs from the Vietnam era, and they were just rotten as fuck. Stuff is like, pasta and meatballs in a can. The can is burst. It's all black. But it's amazing. He actually opens it up. He puts on gloves and a mask and shit. These newer ones from 15, 14 and up, he does eat a lot of this stuff. To get botulism. Somebody checks for mold.
It actually
and
has
stuff
a
like
nice
that.
flavor to it.
But it's amazing
Even
how some of these things
opened
have
in
held
the
up over
package.
time.
It must not have been that long ago, maybe during shipping.
Prepare
There's
with
a
compound media
slight
is supposed to
chicory
last,
flavor,
what,
mildly
25
acidic.
years?
Light roast might also seem like a light roast because only half the portion of it.
Let's
has
show
some
where he
more
gets the
cherry drink.
He opens up the
As
main
vibrant
course
as it
here.
looks, its flavor is mainly sweet with a slight
He also
fruit
shows you
red.
stuff like this.
That's something I
How
don't
it
know.
comes
If
with
anybody knows
matches.
anything
Again,
about
you're
that,
out in the field.
great. But these I'm saving. And I recommend the smell does not taste or smell like a can. And I recommend most
There we
that cherry drink real quick. Sip. That
was
time
going to take out the
using
main course.
lukewarm
that was
water.
just
I can
heated.
actually pick up the cherry flavor more. That's actually more enjoyable with room temp water than it is with cold. Oh wow. Look at that. Beef goulash with potatoes. Not bad.
Beef
A
goulash.
really natural kind of smell. Does not taste or smell like a canned food per se. It really reminds me
Check this
of
meal
those
out, man.
Lithuanian rations. And if anything, higher quality than those. Impressive. Can't wait to try
It's
this
a little
out.
light,
You can see
but-
here there's carrot, some quality cut beef, and some really nice little cuts of potato. And a
Fucking Russians are
little bit of
giving
a
their soldiers
broth at the
filet
bottom
mignon.
here. That's
Over in this
beautiful.
country, we got shitty McDonald's
You know,
hamburgers.
The first thing
Look
I
at
can
this.
taste on that's the potato and carrot. The beef has a nice body to it. That is fantastic. So far, this ration is incredibly fresh and of great quality. And you know what? I'm not going to need this salt and pepper. It does not need this. I mean, maybe for some palate that's needing a little bit more spice, but I don't think this requires it. At least not for me. Imagine I'm going to throw the sugar in the coffee just for the old hoot of it. Look at the granules. They're not 100%
It's amazing.
bleached. It's not overly processed. 20 grams of sugar.
So he goes through all these different MREs. He had one here. It's a World War II breakfast MRE from 1945. Who keeps this stuff?
Now, out of my own personal collection, we're going to be checking out
There you go.
this World War II U.S. Army issued breakfast K ration. Well, this is always exciting when you can check out
Now, how do you know that's not for lunch or dinner? Oh.
a World War II ration. This one here is in pretty good shape, other than just this little, looks like something tore it right there. That's kind of a shame. That little bit right there. But other than that, check this thing out. It's in pretty
Let's check it
decent
out.
shape.
He goes and opens it.
Now these
Starts pulling
boxes,
stuff
when
out.
first
Let's
produced,
see.
got some gluing to
He
do
tries
with
to
the flap,
preserve the
but other than
packaging
this little
because
piece of
it's
cardboard,
some kind of
not
collector's
bad.
thing.
All right, let's see what survived.
So
That thing looks good. Well, at least you know the thing is real. Look at that bad boy. All right, so let's get this out onto a
you
tray.
wonder what it smells
Nice.
like.
Okay, so I want to first
1945.
extract this breakfast from this box.
It was the year my
So,
parents were born.
Is this going to be chopped egg yolks, or what is this going to be?
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, well, by this point, it's rusted egg yolks if that's the case. Yeah.
Can't even get it out of
That's
the box.
always fun. Cigarettes down in there. Yeah, we definitely got to get down into that box.
Beat that thing like it owes you
I
money.
got to throw a mask on real quick. I don't want to breathe in rust. If I can help it, it'd be nice. That's a little better.
Does he
You
get
know,
it out?
I don't think
he
it's-
does. Oh, beating the piss out of the box.
All right. Finally got this thing out. Well, this box looks
he's
pretty
masked
good. Once you
up.
close that, it really hardly looks open. I mean, the worst part's really that flap tear that was already
Let's see what he's
there.
got here.
Looking good, I think, than Wrigley's.
What is that?
Look at that. Here.
Like gum?
Yeah, that's kind of a shame. Sometimes when you
Oh.
excavate a K ration, you know, 'cause you save
Excavating
the outer
a
box
K
for display,
ration.
you just restore that, but it's the stuff inside. It's these inner
Folks.
contents.
When it's 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting in this chair. This is what I'm watching. The fascination I have with this stuff just goes beyond the YouTube rabbit hole. You gotta try it. You will learn so much about shit that you've never seen, never knew about. Steve 1989 MRE, I give you.
You have to restore. And in this case, this here.
Look at this fucking can.
If I pull this out, it's going to fall apart. I mean, that's a shame. But
I don't know what was in that originally.
Yeah, look at this. It is no longer.
Look at the can. There's the hole in the can. It's from 1945.
Yeah, check this out.
It's
look
almost
at that.
100 years old.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that in the can for my own display because
for your own display.
I don't want to just throw it out. I want to keep that with the box.
Okay, this guy's got to be on an episode of Hoarders.
What was this?
I have some videos of Jacking with the can. Let's see
Oh,
what it was.
cool. Wow, check that out. Well, I'm kind of glad that I could get that out of there. Look at that.
What does it say?
Really looks like an old
Chopped
sea ration
pork
can, like MCI.
and eggs.
Chopped pork and eggs.
Holy shit.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. I've seen chopped egg yolks and stuff like that. Wow,
Look at what
is
it did to the
fantastic.
can.
I mean, I am so glad I got this thing out of there. I mean, just to be
Holy
able to
crap.
have that. I mean, yes,
So
it's
yeah,
a
he
shame
goes
it's
through
in such
all of
degraded
the
condition.
stuff,
but
lays it
still,
out.
That right there is pretty nice.
I
That
don't
reminds
think
me
he
of
eats anything from
LRPs
this.
later on.
I
They
think
put
one of
tea
the
coffees in
candies
those
has
too.
got a
These things
hard
here only
can.
had like 930 calories each. Pillsbury Mills Incorporated, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Doughboy Mills. This is amazing. This is an incredible find. These components are beautiful. This is the coolest.
He is
thing
overly
ever.
excited.
Okay. So you get Sunshine biscuits. Look at those. They're beautiful. Those are. Oh, they smell rancid as all heck. And I'm not going to eat these things because I'll tell you this. As much as I want to.
Oh, I gotta have those Sunshine biscuits. Ah, they're rancid. Oh, but I'm gonna keep them. They're beautiful. I love this shit. This guy is hilarious.
Any of these other components, it's.
Maybe it'll show
it's
you here
not
at the
really,
end, but
I
generally,
can't believe that smells
usually comes on, you
awful,
see what
but
it looks like.
yeah, they definitely aren't exactly edible.
He goes, gets the old cigarettes, the Pall Malls out of these things and smokes them. He takes a dry pull and he's like, you don't get that flavor much anymore. I educate the masses. Go and check out his channel. It's hilarious. I've watched probably 100 videos that he's put up there from some of the Asian stuff, MREs that they eat, a lot of seaweed and rice and stuff. Some of it you're like, ugh, but then some of it you're like, oh man, I'd really like to try that and see what it tastes like. So that's Steve. All right, so he did Cooking on a Rock. Let's see. I had another one here, 1951 Korean ration. I think we've got enough of the ration.
Previous video.
Skip through this real quick. He opens this up. The camp.
Wow,
Nice hiss.
that was a nice hiss.
You know what this one is? Oh, let's see.
Smells as if it's going to smell better the next time around.
Oh, that's got some
Let's look at
black
the other
mold.
side. Look at that. Mmm. Mother's cookie. And it's like, oh, it's soggy. It's, it's awful. All right, let's keep going.
Well,
here.
I was hungry before this.
Can't stop now.
Now that's kind of tempered my my hunger.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Here you
God.
go.
I'm not going to go through this one. But yeah, check him out. See the shit that he eats. Laugh. He's a really good dude. There are a bunch of these MRE videos. There was an actual Russian guy that did, forgot his name, that did MRE videos too. And he's all, buff, like half a shirt on it in the fucking snow, making it, whatever. It's pretty funny. Let me see. Is there anything else I wanted to get to? I think we can take some calls. Who wants to take some phone calls? All right, what I'm going to do here, because I don't really have a system for this, so I got to get the phone. I'm going to pop up the number here, and we'll see who calls. I can only take one call at a time, so So let's go with here. If you want to call in and chat, there we go. There's the phone number. Call in and I will get you on air. We can talk about whatever the hell you'd like to. While we're waiting on a call, by the way, I should update the masses. I'll put that back up in a second. On the latest video drivers, there were new drivers that came out this week for NVIDIA, 551.76s, WHQLs. A couple of fixes in there you may want. AMD and Intel haven't done anything new this week. And there was a Intel NIC package. I put this out there because a lot of people have Intel network cards, Wi-Fi cards on their laptops, desktops. So there is a package 23.30.0 that covers the whole spectrum of cards. I always get my drivers from guru3d.com. GURU3D.com. Oh, we got a phone call coming in. Hang on, let's see what we got. Uh-oh. Hello, Rex. You are on the air.
Chris, what's going on, my friend?
Nothing much. How are you doing, my friend? Nice to hear you.
Well, I told you I would call and ruin your show, so this is my opportunity to do that.
You are always more than welcome. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind?
I want to tell you that today's show was one of the reasons why I love you. Your fascination with these guys that go out and do the survival camping.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am amazed by your knowledge of computer stuff and all that kind of electronical wizardry.
Well,
Them guys going out camping and doing that was like every other weekend for me growing up.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was a Boy Scout, and I lived on a farm, so going out and going camping or just building a fire and cooking some sort of grub on a fire was normal. And even today, when I go on hunting trips, I basically do the same thing.
Again, the YouTube rabbit hole takes you into all these things that I never knew about. I've never been camping at all in my life. My wife has gone camping when she was a kid. And when I wound up starting to watch a lot of these survivalists, the Kent guy, and there are so many of them on YouTube, I find it completely fascinating that, yeah, I have knowledge and ability to do things with computers, but these people have the knowledge and ability to do things with their hand and their mind in the real world environment. The stuff that they build, the stuff that they pack, that guy Kent has got some unbelievable shit that's way better than stuff I have in my own house. The stoves he does, how he cooks out in the environment, how he does everything. That's a man. That's a man's man. And it's fascinating. I wasn't a Boy Scout. I've never been an outdoorsman per se. I like the outdoors, like hiking and stuff. Don't do it very often, especially the mountains here on Long Island are not very populous. But it's YouTube has opened that entire world to me, and I sit here at night for hours. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Hulu. I have YouTube Red, and I watch this shit, and I sit here eating, drinking, and like, oh, this is fascinating.
You don't get me wrong. I'm fascinated by what those guys do because, listen, there better be a grit-down Civil War situation where I'm going out chopping down trees to build a shelter. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. Yep. It's not something that you want to have to do, but doing it for pleasure is something completely different.
No shit. They are manly men that do that stuff for sure. But hey, I have no doubt if you had to, you could do it. But I will say this. My wife always gives me shit because I say, I can't wait for what impending apocalyptic doom is coming, because 3/4 of the people are going to die within the first 2 weeks when the stores run out of food, and it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. And this, because of these videos I've watched, who knows, if I was ever put into that environment and I had to really think about it, I probably wouldn't even remember these videos because I'd be so worried about feeding my fat ass that I putting two and two together, watching these videos, I better go chop down some wood and I can put an egg on a rock and cook it. I would never remember that, but maybe in the desperation moment when I'm just about on the borderline of starvation, it'll pop into my head, hey, I can cook some chicken on this thing or something. It's, oh man, what a fascinating, the guy with the snow is out of his fucking mind. apocalyptic zombie, whatever you want to call it, where we're all around our own homes, whatever. But this guy actually goes up into the mountains, into 20 feet of snow, and built an underground snow fort. I can't even begin to think of how in the hell I would do that. But this guy did it in 4 hours.
He's fucking insane. I mean, that's why I live in Florida, so I don't have to build a snow cave. But I remember the kid trying to build a snow fort to have a snowball fight, and I couldn't even get half a wall built. The damn thing fell down. So,
do you remember when we were kids that I remember this? We had one of these that had to be in the late 70s, probably early 80s. You got this plastic rectangular box-looking thing with a handle on the end that you would scoop up the snow in to make snow bricks.
Yes, my God, I wanted that so bad. And my dad looked at me and goes, "What are you, a fucking idiot?"
We had one. I remember there was a blizzard in New York City. I'm going to say 1980, I think. 79 or 80. I think it was 80. And there was a lot of fucking snow. And in the city, we lived in Queens at the time, the snow plows would come and they just made these massive mountains. And again, when you're a kid and you're 4 or 5 years old, you're looking at a snow mountain. It looks like Mount Everest, but it's actually maybe 7, 8 feet high, whatever. So we had this thing and we filled it up and we made these snow bricks. I made like maybe a stack of 2 around myself, and I was done. And that took me probably 2 hours to do. Packing all the snow, pack, and then getting the thing out where you'd have to shake the shit out of it. It wouldn't come out of the thing because it was stuck. And here this guy took a shovel and built the fucking underground White House, is basically. He's got tunnels, he's got steps, he's got a bed. Holy shit! Just brilliant.
He had a closet for his goddamn snowshoes.
Unfucking believable, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know, but you're talking about that little square when we were kids. I wanted one so bad. My dad said, "What are you, stupid?" This is how hillbilly redneck my family was that I grew up in. Growing up in Southern Illinois, my dad walked into the kitchen, grabbed one of my mom's bread loaf pans, and goes, "Here, make all the fucking snow bricks you want."
Hey, you know what? That's a pretty good pull by your dad. The bread pan, I wouldn't have thought of that. You're going to get nice looking loaves of snow.
Oh yeah, my dad could have built a house. He was like a MacGyver with stuff. If you needed it done, he could figure out a way to do it.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. You got a snow fort that looks like loaves of white bread. It's oh, that's good.
And delicious.
Oh, that's good. Luckily up here in the last couple of years up here, it hasn't snowed worth of shit. Thank God. I haven't even needed the snowblower. I never went and bought another one. But I've really never been able. Even when my kids were younger, it didn't snow enough where we were able to go out and build a snow fort or anything. That's part of their childhood that they've kind of missed.
Well, it is the climate change that we're all denying. That's why.
Oh yeah,
it'll come eventually.
I totally forgot that. I'll have to get a message to Al Gore and tell him to do something about that ASAP.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna not eat up all your time, but I had one suggestion for you.
Shoot. Drop it in the suggestion box.
How about this? Chris Baldessano, live from the Botany Bay. I know you'll probably get a lot of Star Trek guys, but boy, what a great title for a show that would be.
Do I still have the Botany Bay background? Let me see. I think I just took it off this morning, but I try to think about two things before I do a show. Number one, when I do the Flatulence Studio intro, which, yes, this is Flatulence Studios. That's what I came up with. There's a different tagline each week that I wanted to know if people noticed that I changed the tagline each week. And then I wanted to do like from the home office in, boom. And that's when I did the Botany Bay. He tasks me. But doing I could do a whole Star Trek thing. I could get I could do the Enterprise background, and I'll see if I can get a Kirk shirt.
I dig your microchip background that you're using today. I think that's a great background for you.
Yeah, that one, because it's not very fast and it's subtle. I have so many of them, but I've tried like if we're going through space, we can here we go, space. the final frontier. This is the voyage of the Baldessano Enterprise. Its 10-year mission to go out in space and find different kinds of food that you would eat because I am fat. So yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that we could. There's the thing I love about this is that it's unlimited. It takes a little, now that I've got it set up this way, it doesn't take me that long week to week to change stuff in the background and audio and stuff. It takes more time to just see what I want to talk about. Obviously the calling thing works well, but this is just like Gino does in Hot Water. I'm holding my cell phone up to the mic because I don't have a phone system that does this. But it's all live.
Well, you don't have an IV of Bush bills going into you either. So
this is true. I want to get the Skype Zoom thing working. So my first 2 shows that I did way back a year ago, I was able to work that well. But the software I'm using now has been updated, so you got to jump through a little bit of hoops, thanks to 2-factor security and all that, to make it work. But yeah, having some guests on makes it so that I don't have to have topics to fill so much time, that I can talk to people like yourself on, and it's a lot of fun. It gets me up. I'm never up this early on a Saturday. Saturday and Sunday is my rest day.
Well,
if it wasn't for this, my ass would be sleeping till 3 in the afternoon. I shit you not.
And that's okay. But I like the way you do your format because, listen, we get, honestly, I love Anthony, but we get enough politics with Anthony's show. I like your show where it's just kind of a wide swath of ideas and just talking about and making funny comments about shit. That's great. I love it.
I appreciate it. Anthony's show is the de facto standard to me. What he has done, and I say it every time he's mentioned, what he has done with Compound Media, Live from the Compound, and his career is unparalleled. And everybody wants to imitate what he does. Now, obviously, he was the main influence for me to do anything like this. I look at him. I know him obviously very well personally. I say, well, if he could do something like that, I wonder if I can. And my friend Evan, who is on terrestrial radio here in New York City, on one of the biggest sports radio terrestrial station in the country. I know when you know these people personally and they're friends of yours, and you realize that they're no different than you, or you all laugh at the same things and everything. You say, well, I can do this. I'm not afraid of talking to people. I'm not afraid of a camera. It's not like I'm standing up and there's 50,000 people in front of me. But as far as like my format goes, the thing that I got is that I've got so many years of watching YouTube videos and watching things online. There's so much that's packed in my head that I've wanted to talk about for years. And I just put that out there and figured, well, other people might find this interesting because a lot of people may not have seen this video or that video. Now, I thought about, honestly, talking about Biden's State of the Union speech. But I dealt with so much of that crap on Twitter this past week from both sides. Leave politics out. I don't need to talk about it. I'll talk about the migrants and stuff like that affects us around here where I live in a kind of a joking way. But politics are done. I don't need to bring that on here. I deal with that shit enough every day in real life. This is all fantasy where we are now. Again, we're on the Botany Bay, for fuck's sakes. There are no politics on the Botany Bay.
Well, and I give you credit because, see, me, I am not on Twitter. I'm not on Facebook.
Oh, God bless you.
Do comment. I ignore all of that stuff. So that's why most of my news I get from, watching certain different podcasts and things like that. But like I said, if you're going to imitate somebody, why not try to imitate or be inspired by the best? And Anthony's the best. He's got a great, he can do all the politics you want, but he can be funny on any subject, or he can just sit and ramble and talk, and it's great. You're just glued to it, and that's you're the same way. I'm fascinated when you're sitting here just making comments about stuff you're watching.
Thank you. I really appreciate the kind words. That's really nice. And Anthony is Anthony. He is exactly what you see. He's not like Howard Stern, who's different on radio than he is in his reclusive home. We laugh about things that are horrific, but we just enjoy, we laugh. We have a good time with it. We make fun of everything. Self-depreciating humor is something that everybody's lost now. I make fun of myself. He makes fun of himself. It's such a breath of fresh air in today's world to just be able to sit back and laugh about any topic. no topic is taboo that we laugh about. Trust me. There are plenty of things that we cannot discuss on this medium. But it's all in jest. It's never serious talk. It's all about making light of things around the world. And when I go on YouTube and I see these videos, and I have to comment about them and make jokes. So the guy with the cat. Who the fuck has a cat that big in their fucking house? I can't. I love it. I love watching this stuff. It's outrageous. It's not the norm, and it's entertaining. Honestly, it really is.
Yeah, it's very cool, and I love watching that stuff too, man. Yeah, I mean, and that's why people love watching, when you guys play golf and stuff, because it's like hanging. It's just like you said. It's it's friends hanging out, giving each other shit, and having a good time. And that's all it is. It's great.
I never really got the concept of people watching people playing video games. It's something I never understood. I never really done it. I don't rarely ever do I sit and watch somebody playing something. The only one who I really will do, and it's because of his content, not the game, is E-Rock. Is his show. It's Eric Nagel's show. E-Rock is always talking about fascinating stuff. He's so knowledgeable about the industries, the entertainment industry, food and all that stuff. And he does a great job on his Twitch show, Twitch, YouTube. You can find him. I think it's just Eric Nagel, or it's Eric Nagel. I got to find his thing. But him, I will watch. I can never understood why somebody would want to watch me playing a video game. All the years that we would stream Call of Duty and stuff like that. But then, obviously, when Anthony comes in, there's a dynamic there. It's almost like another radio show. We laugh, we're joking, and the comments.
It's not the game.
Say again?
It's not the game, it's the hang. It's the conversation during the game.
And you are a huge part of that, Rex. Your comments in my channel, in his channel, we laugh about it offline, the things that you say. It is just a hilarious thing. He brings in hundreds and thousands of viewers. I bring in my little minuscule viewers, my people that love me. And we laugh. I'm telling you, there have been times where I have had to stop the game and because of something that you said in the channel that has made me laugh so hard that I couldn't click the mouse. It's fucking fantastic.
Oh, you are giving me a huge hit. I appreciate that so much because I love being that kind of just a smart-ass sniper, throw a comment in here or there and see if I can make somebody laugh. And that just makes my day.
Dude, you do a great job. You and everybody, Nurse Sarah that comes in, and Donald, and all the people that come in my channel, and all the fans that come in Anthony's channel. You read the stuff, and we don't even know we're playing a video game. We don't even care. Outside of the fact when we miss a putt and we start to throw something and rage like fucking lunatics. But we read the comments and the questions, and hopefully maybe one day that I'll get built up to the point where I get enough subscribers that I can do super chats as well, where I can have a little more interaction with people. But it's a phenomenal time. This is what we do. I don't go out. I don't go hang out with the XYZ out there until 2:00 in the morning. I'm here. I'm on the computer. I enjoy it. I'm good at what I do. I'm good at the games that I play. And I love laughing with people. More than anything else, being able to laugh takes all the stress of the day and all that bullshit that we deal with daily away. And that's the blessing that I hope to give to people and that you people give to me.
Yeah, you do. And I tell you what, I'm pretty sure I can speak for Nurse and Don. We appreciate everything you do, man. It's just great. And listen, I'm gonna hang up and get out of your hair because I've destroyed your show enough.
No.
And I can't wait to watch you later.
Thank you so much, Rex. I really appreciate the words. It was great talking to you. Call anytime, and I will see you online probably tonight because we'll probably stream something tonight. So thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, Rex Kramer checking in, and oh my God, look how many texts did I get while I was sitting there? Holy crap! But yeah, I love Rex and all the people that come in the channel, that come in while we're streaming and playing games, golf, COD, whatever we play. Doing with Anthony, doing with Mel and Vibe, Nick, all these great guys that hang out in our Discord that we come in. And I love that we can be kind of a group. You guys can hang out with us. We can laugh together. That's all this is about. I love doing this every week. I really have made it a point that I get up at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I make sure everything's working. I get the green screen set up. I get all that done because afterwards I take it all apart and put it all away. And it's a lot of fun, man. I love sharing this stuff with you. I love talking about the news. I'd like to do some more sports, but a little bit harder because I know not everybody is in obviously the New York area. But I do want to have a couple of guests on. I had asked Gino to come on this week, but unfortunately he streams from 1 to 4 on a Saturday, so scheduling with people is always hard. I definitely want to have E-Rock on. I love E-Rock. I love his show. I love everything about the boy. He is a really, really awesome dude. So make sure you check out E-Rock stuff. Subscribe to Compound Media. All the shows on Compound are great to watch. Bill and Joe in the morning. Garrett and Steve's show. Steve is another one who I asked. I was trying to pass note to come on to see if he'd want to come on a Saturday. So everybody in the little circle that we got, and then broaden my horizons a little bit to some other people. I'll tell you right now, there's one guy that I want to get on. I had reached out to him years ago when I thought about doing this as a show. One of the original electronic arts programmers who worked on Earl Weaver baseball back in 1983. His name is Eddie Dombrowski. I'd love to try to get him on and talk about the industry, talk about his career, and the whole baseball genre and gaming as a whole. He had reached out to me some time ago. I got to see if I can find his contact info again. But yeah, that's it. So another Saturday show wrapped up. Holy shit, I've done 5 of these. Wow. I want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in and laughing and enjoying. And oh man, I got to make some of those egg fucking muffin cakey things. Oh my God, did those look so good, didn't they? So we will do another one next week. Now, I will be in the Carolinas on vacation, but I will probably bring a laptop with me and see if I can do a show from there. I actually have to bring my own internet because the internet down there sucks. So I'm getting this T-Mobile 5G internet for my father-in-law, and see about that can work. So I don't want to skip out. I work on vacation. Excuse me. So tune in next week, 12 o'clock again. We'll take some more calls. I will try to get a guest on. I'll find somebody. Migrants. Who knows? Hola. And thank you for watching, and subscribe, all that malarkey. And I will see you all next week, if I can click the right click. So, laters.